I think that fixing some of the things that are going on in the county right now is not going to be one person's responsibility, and it's certainly not going to be one person that gets it done. I think there needs to be a real theme of teamwork and cooperation and communication and deliberation over just about any problem we have coming up. Some of the things in city council, I know when I went on city council, it was like I said, it was at a very contentious time. And to be quite honest with you, there wasn't much faith in city government at all. And I think that this council, by working together, we have demonstrated that real things can happen. There was, I went to a preliminary budget committee meeting before I was elected, and the mayor had some real concerns about how some things were going to get funded, such as the ladder truck, and we needed a redundant pump for the city filtration plant, certain things like that. And those were 3 years out. Funding for those were 3 years out with no chance for funding. And this city council has figured out a way to get it done. They've done a lot of things. And I feel like I'm a very good part of that. It feels good to be part of a team that wants to look ahead rather than look backwards at the bickering and what happened in the past. This situation we find ourselves in financially did not happen overnight, and mistakes were made along the way. I grant you that, but I wish to use today as a starting point and as the basis and the base to get started turning this thing around and getting it back on its wheels again. I don't think any one person can do that. I think that the Board of County Commissioners has to work together with the people. They have to listen to the people. There's some real concerns about where money is being spent, where it needs to be spent, some ideas of where it doesn't need to be spent. Those are things that I think that the Board of County Commissioners needs to work together on. Some of the things that the Grants Pass City Council's achieved is that, and I know it's a contentious issue, but it needed to be done because of the accreditation of our fire department, but we bought that ladder truck. And a lot of people said there's no need for a ladder truck in a town our size, but that is also a platform truck. It does a whole bunch of duties, and it was a purchase that needed to happen because our old ladder truck basically was 20-something odd years old and needed some pretty serious repairs. Another thing is, it's just a small thing, but it helped to promote and helped expand the Back to the 50s celebration, the Fabulous 50s car show down in the park. For a number of years, that show was limited to just the soccer field, and this city council, I kind of spearheaded a campaign to get those cars to where they could utilize all the grass in the park, and we did so by basically following a 2006 resolution that defined what was usable ground down there and what wasn't. And it was very successful. It's in its second year of using the cars on the grass in the park. It's really brought that event back into the forefront of a place where car show people want to come, because this is just a fantastic show, because we do have a beautiful park. We have beautiful parks all over the county, and some of them get used and some of them aren't allowed to be used. Another thing is Joe Grow needed a new front end loader, and we purchased a front end loader after doing due diligence. We ended up buying a used loader that had a couple of years on it. Saved a considerable amount of money and still got the job done. On the county level with RV Act, Rogue Valley Area Commission on Transportation. Our coalition from here, from Josephine County, the citizens at large in Josephine County and Grants Pass, along with a representative from Grants Pass City Government and the county government and Simon Hare, we lobbied to get $5.5 million worth of ODOT tax, Oregon Department of Transportation tax dollars, road money back here to be used for Exit 61 and also Allen Creek Road, bypass for Highway 199. Those are just some of the accomplishments that I've been involved in. And also Home Depot. It was our city council that granted a reduction in SDCs because Home Depot was at their wits' end. They said if they didn't get a little bit of a reduction in comparison to the total package, that they were going to move elsewhere. And this council just weighed all the situation, the pros and the cons, Then, so we gave them a reduction in system development charges, and lo and behold, we have Home Depot here today. This town was in need, and this county is in need of projects just like that, like the hospital that services the whole county. That was a huge project. We're in need of those projects here. And I just feel very fortunate to have been on some of the committees that's brought some things home here that we need. Expanding from that, there is a whole host of different ideas that come across people's desk, and a lot of them, you think on the surface, you go, that'll never happen, but how do you know that'll never happen? How do you know that's not a good thing until you try it? One of the things that goes back to, that comes to mind, is the Christmas tree lighting downtown. That was a very contentious issue, and a couple of years, and yes, it hasn't grown into what we thought it might, but it's only in its infancy. It was really accepted well by the community. I mean, there was hundreds of people down here for the Christmas tree lighting during the holidays. It was a wonderful event, and we need more of that here. I think we've got a lot to offer. And also another thing I would like to see is, I would really like to see us think more regionally rather than just city and county. I would like to see us think in a regional dynamic to where we include Josephine County, Curry County, Douglas County, and some of the things that they have to offer. For instance, Jackson County's got Mount Ashland and Crater Lake, and here we come over to Josephine County, we've got the Oregon Caves, we've got the Rogue River. There's just things all over Southern Oregon that we can promote here, and that is just one of the things that we can help maybe offset some of these costs that we're getting. I just feel that open-mindedness and willing to work together by all the parties involved, we'll all prosper. But if we continue to say, no, that won't work, or I don't want that in my backyard, even if it's just for one weekend, we get a lot of that. And I'm seeing to where, we need to maybe put those little differences aside and look forward as to what we can do for the good of Josephine County. And I'm going to be asking the people to do that also. I'm going to ask for your help. And I'm also, as part of the Board of County Commissioners, we are going to work together on your behalf. But, government doesn't do it all. You are going to find, if you get right down to the basics of it, it's the people that do it, not government.